you're on the Young Turks and you're looking for, volunteers and donors, I'm keeping it real. And I don't begrudge that at all. I love that, right? Because I want our audience empowered. I want you to be able to effectuate change. That's what we're trying to do.
I want to be able to send out emails to you in the middle of the night asking for money, pressuring you in the middle of a pandemic. But what he's really actually admitting is that when he has a politician on his show, it's a transactional relationship. That's what he just admitted. That they come on my show when they're out of power because I can help them with my audience and they can get volunteers and they can get donors and they can get... And then what do you get? What do you get then, Cenk? You get access. And you get them, they owe you. That's what that is, right? That's what he's saying. And that's why I shit on Jimmy Dore and with Ryan Grimm, and we pretended that what was happening wasn't happening, even though a football player fucking made us look like idiots. We don't want to offend our star guests. That's what this is.
We're trying to get you positive change in the world, and we promised you these bills. We promised you minimum wage. We promised you Medicare for all. We promised you Green New Deal, college for all. And now to turn around, but when people get in power, and you criticize them like I'm doing now, even if it's in the most constructive way, even if...
See, he's doing it in the right way, unlike Jimmy Dore. You notice the pressure campaign he's able to mount over this? Doing it the right way? I don't even think this video got fucking 20,000 views. Is it? Hey, Cenk, have you talked to any grassroots organizers? Have you created a committee around this? You haven't done fucking anything, have you, Cenk? You're not doing this right. You're not doing. Have you reached out to the DSA or the nurses? Do you despise grassroots organizers this much? You haven't even tried to do a pressure campaign. You can't even get 20,000 views on this fucking stupid video.
In a loving way, saying, I know you've got good intent.
I'm doing it in a loving way. Come on, fuckers. But he can't swear because they have a corporate deal. Their show's on people don't know the Young Turks news show is actually on regular television on the East Coast. And so that's why they can't swear. They're literally on corporate TV. They're literally the thing that they pretend to be the antidote to. And that's why he doesn't swear anymore. I don't know if people know that.
You've got to show me a plan for actual success. They say, oh, no, that's it. You're Brit.
So when he says that the Democrats, these progressives, have good intent, that is not true. They have no intent. Zero intent. Just like they had no intent on withholding their vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker to get a vote for Medicare for all, they did not have an intent. They don't have a good intent. They have no intent. Their intent is to watch their star rise inside the party. Get along and go along with their careers. That's it. That's their only thing. God damn it. This couldn't be working out better for the Jimmy Dore show. I wish it wouldn't have. I would rather see them actually do this. But I knew they weren't. So now all I can do is try to get silver lining. The silver lining is it's making guys like this do fucking cartwheels in front of everyone and everyone sees what's happening.
Because you're not allowed to criticize anyone about it. No problem. Because I don't work for them. I work for you guys. I do. I literally work for you guys. You guys do membership stuff and all.
What about the $24 million you got? What the fuck? So you did a year-long fundraiser last year. You got $2 million. $2 million they raised on top of whatever revenue they generated doing all their other shit. They did a fundraising campaign on top of it. $2 million. So it would take you 12 fucking years to raise the kind of money you got from your right-wing and Clinton donors. But he looks right into a camera and say, I work for you. No! It would take you a decade and 2 years to get as much money as your donors gave you in a...
Other stuff.
By the way, if you work for your viewers, 85%, almost 9 out of 10 of your own viewers, then support #ForceTheVote, you fucking liar. They told you did. They told you what to do. They were leading you as they were giving you their money. Those were your paying members that voted. 9 out of 10 of them said do force the vote, and you said, fuck you, I don't work for you. I'm working for the Katzenberg Clinton donors and right-wingers, and I'm protecting my access to the squad. Fuck my viewers and my own paying members. That's what Cenk Uygur said. He told them, fuck you. He doesn't work for them. You're a chump if you think that.
I'm not going to let you down. My job is to tell you the truth. If it turns out they had a plan, I tell you guys, cool it. Trust me, okay? We're going to get this done, and we're going to be strategic about it, right? But if you tell me, no, I'm not going to do it, and I don't have a plan, or I have time...
What strategy did you ever have to get anything done? What strategy? I'm going to be strategic. That's like unlike force of... Well, where's your pressure campaign? You know this vote was coming for over a fucking month. Why didn't you launch one? Because you're all bullshit. He's a big fucking gas bag, and this is proving it. He'll never launch anything to get politicians to do anything.
Guy where Pelosi and Schumer magically wind up being on our side, and then even if they were, what would they do? If $15 minimum wage cannot pass as a standalone bill, it will get filibustered. It must be in a must-pass bill, and it must.
He's getting very close to violence. And he's here to tell you the truth that Jeffrey Katzenberg allows him to tell. You know, like when he smeared Julian Assange, right? That kind of truth, Cenk? When you tell people that they can't trust Julian Assange like you did, like when you smear him, when you repeat CIA talking points, and Democratic Party fucking talking points about Julian Assange, and you smear him on your show and you never retract it, and you never correct it. You mean that kind of truth, you fucking liar?
Must be able to block that bill if you want the power, if you want it to pass. So if they continue on this path, and that's why I'm doing this video, even though it's going to cost me all my relationships, is because I've got to tell...
Believe me, you know, you saw me protect my relationships around Force the Vote and Jimmy Dore and all that. Even when Bernie's own press secretary was on board and pointed out how much, and Cornel West, and it doesn't matter, I fucking threw them all under the bus to save my access. But I can't pull that off anymore. No one's watching my live stream. People stopped watching my fucking show. I can't do that anymore. I know I had to go to my board. Jeffrey Katzenberg sits on his hedge fund, sits on his board. Buddy Romer sits on his board. Cenk has a board. I had to go to them. I can't keep doing this. No one's watching my show anymore. Jimmy Dore's getting double my live stream numbers. He's a pothead comedian in his fucking garage, except he's telling the truth.
Apparently, I think I have to tell them, and they'll be so offended. How dare you tell us what reality is? But guys, you tell me. So that's what I'm saying. Let me challenge them, but in a good way, right?
Let me challenge them, but in a way where people don't get mad at me. You know how you hold politicians accountable with them not being, please, I'm not going to do anything. Please don't make anybody mad at me. Fucking what a cock. I'm going to challenge them in a way that nobody notices and nobody talks about and is 100% ineffective. That's how I'm going to challenge them. AOC didn't come out on Twitter to have to fucking respond to Cenk, did she? No. She had to come out to respond to the Jimmy Dore show when we were bringing up Force the Vote. No. Okay, here we go. Joe, Cenk, did you hold a town hall on this? Why didn't you? Why didn't you get a bunch of people? Why didn't you get Cornel West and a bunch of why don't you get a bunch of people to do a coalition for $15 minimum wage and hold a town hall and invite the squad and invite your progressive buddies that you have access to? And why don't you do that? Well, because you're lazy and you're not actually an organizer and you're fucking corrupted? Oh, okay, I got it. And you're gonna wait for the left. You're going to wait for the left industrial complex to accuse you of not being an organizer? Is that what you're going to do?
So I think it is, but I'm sure they'll be deeply offended, right? Tell us what your plan is. And you know, I don't know if you could tell the groups and the progressive groups, and it says...
So this begging politicians to do what they're supposed to do, how's that working out for you? This begging. That's your tack? Please, save it. Kamala, hashtag save us. Please do it. For the love of God.
Instead of, tell somebody, because right now, that's what I've asked everyone on planet Earth. There is no plan B. Well,
hashtag save. I came up with hashtag force the vote. Cenk, you came up with hashtag save us Kamala. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Now do you see why he's doing this? Do you see why?
There's no plan B, then I'm not going to come out here and tell you guys that it's going to be okay. My optimism is rooted in reality. We have done 1,000 things together. The audience and us, okay, 1,000 things.
Like we,
helped raise money for my
company, helped raise money for my health care. Well, I told you didn't need it. Helped me do loser Donald segments for a whole fucking year instead of telling people that Hillary Clinton was screwing you and why she was going to lose if she didn't change. That's what the Young Turks should have been doing with Hillary Clinton, applying pressure to her to make her a better candidate. Instead, they didn't. They ran cover for her. She became a worse candidate, and we got Donald Trump.
I honestly think we've created some miracles together. But in order to do that, you can't just wish it into existence, and you can't just have good intent and go, cross fingers, right?
Oh,
like I do when I hope my audience doesn't notice what I'm doing.
No, you have to have a plan for taking power and using it on behalf of your voters, on behalf of the people that you made those promises to. So if they got a plan or they got anything that they're going to do, I would be ecstatic if I was wrong. I would be jubilant if I was wrong. I would be so happy. I would look like the Cenk that you saw on the night that they all won their elections. When they won their elections, you saw me jumping through the roof. And why did you see that? Because I thought we were going to get this stuff done. And if now they turn around and they join the There's Nothing We Can Do crew, no, I'm out and you should be out. So, look.
So if he was serious about that, what he would tell you is we need to apply pressure, because the vote's not till next week. The Justice Democrats could still, all it takes is 6 members. They could still control this and get the $15 minimum wage put back into the bill. So if he was serious about what he was saying, what he would tell you is what I told you to do after Force the Vote. Stop donating to them. He would tell you if he was serious about getting you $15 minimum wage and if he was serious about influencing politicians, he would tell you stop donating to the Justice Democrats right now. And the fact that he's not telling you to do that tells you that he's bullshitting you again. He's not really applying pressure to them at all.
Yeah, he didn't burn a bridge.
He's not burning a bridge. Burning a bridge would be telling them stop donating to the Justice Democrats right now. And start tweeting at them to fucking withhold your vote as a block. Start voting. He's not going to do any of that. There's still time for him to launch a pressure campaign. This is the opposite of a pressure campaign. This is him saying you guys already are not going to do it, and I'm not going to try to get you to do it. He's not even trying to get them to do it. At least David Sirota is trying to get them to do it. Cenk isn't. He's not going to ever launch a pressure campaign. He won't even